the newest single, Vecna, from Las Vegas-based metalcore band. I always want to say Memoire, but it's not Memoire. It's Memoire.
Yes,
Welcome to the
sir.
studio, guys. Thank you for coming all the way out from Vegas. And you guys were telling me about your hell of a trip up here. Not through Donner Pass, but go ahead and
Hell no.
how was
Yeah.
that from Reno up to here?
It was pretty chill, like everyone, that we know was like, "Oh my God, are you guys gonna be safe? Are you guys gonna be good?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, I've been checking the weather nonstop, and I was checking like weather forums, like, oh, what's this road gonna be like around this time of year, like on average, like I wasn't gonna book the show like under terrible weather circumstances, but yeah, it was super chill, other than the ice down like one of the mountains, but it wasn't even that bad. It was pretty clear.
I think that was the main thing. Is they were just super concerned about the ice and like the snow and everything, and like, yeah, you guys gonna be okay? Like, we'll be fine. Like,
Yeah.
Jeff knows what he's doing and all that. So
Nice. So, so unfortunately, the entire band couldn't be here today. There's been unfortunately, a lot of issues with travel, but I appreciate that you guys were able to be here and make it today.
Oh hell yeah.
Not all of you are from Vegas. I know one. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Jeff. I do vocals in the band, and I'm from Chicago, but I live in Vegas now.
And my name is Angelo. I'm the guitar player from Memoire, and I was born and raised in New Jersey. I also now live in Vegas.
So, how did you guys come about? We got Chicago, we got Vegas, we got all kinds of. How did you guys like come together?
So like me and Angelo were in a bunch of bands before this, and me and all the other guys were in bands together before. So I basically, when I started this band, I was like, I just kind of want the cream of the crop from like my previous bands, So I pretty much just hit up all those guys, like the best members of bands that I've had before, and I was like, let's try it out again, but like with people that we obviously know are the best from previous bands, and
Yeah.
it just worked out really well.
Yeah,
honestly.
like we were in different bands, and we had the opportunity to play some shows together and stuff too. And from there, we kind of just connected as friends, and down the line, it kind of just ended up working out this way.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So who would you say are some of your like influences? How did you guys find enough influence to kind of make your own unique sound?
So like our drummer Carl, he literally records, mixes, masters, and like edits our music videos and the music in general. And when we started, we were like, we just kind of we want to have like a genre. Like we were like, we want to be like hardcore, but we also want to be like catchy and have choruses and stuff. So we kind of want to like pull from like post-hardcore influences too. So we just write according to like what we want the mood and genre to be for each song.
Yeah.
So what we do usually is like, we'll just be like, oh, we want this to be a heavier song. So then we'll write more like hardcore riffs and let it be a little more rhythmic. Or like if we want it to be really technical, then we'll do like a more progressive metalcore sound. So it just depends on like what mood we're in to write.
Yeah.
But
But
definitely the sound where we settle more on the like, I don't know, what would you say?
It's interesting because like a hardcore, metalcore, but we also have like synthy and ambient aspects in our
Yeah.
music as well. So it's really interesting because it's hard to kind of pinpoint it to certain bands. But like we've heard Beartooth, we've heard Polaris, Knocked Loose, Architects was another one. So in regards to like a certain band, it's kind of hard to pinpoint to one. But
Yeah, 'cause
there's
we
a
listen
lot
to
of
so many.
influence. Yeah. So yeah.
Excellent. And so would you say like that sound where you guys kind of shift genres a little bit here and there? Would that go from like song to song or more like album to album?
Song to
Song to
song.
song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're all always in different moods of what we're listening to. So I feel like because of that, it helps us write and make every song like special and different, hopefully.
Yeah, and I feel like it's kind of good too because then there's something for everyone in a way where it's just
Yeah.
like it's not like the same thing over and over again. And if you're feeling a little heavier one day, listen to this. If you're a little bit more melodic, here's another song you can listen to. So I'm just glad that we offer that like a whole bunch of options for a lot of people.
variety.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. And then so this single is off one of your newer albums. Is this so has this been like how do I say this? Have you guys felt like an evolution of your multiple albums, or is this kind of just like
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
building
for sure.
on previous stuff?
It's definitely more of a step up from where we started and everything. And yeah, so the latest Signal is a very heavy one. So definitely one of our more heavier tracks and everything. And it was just one of those where we just wanted it to hit. Like when people heard this, you were gonna feel something. You were not gonna want to sit still. You're gonna want to like rock out to this one with us as well. But yeah, like way different to some of the other stuff that we've put out too, because the single we put out before this was more riffy, more jumpy, like more of like a good time. And then the one before that was also like a heavy one. And we got to feature a really kick-ass vocalist on that one too. And yeah, so like we said, it differs from each one and all
Yeah,
that.
like our newest one we're about to put out is like our first song was singing and like choruses and more of a like extended songwriting. So it's not just like, oh, let's get the heaviest breakdown build up, get to that point, like, because that's kind of what we went with these last 3 singles, was just focusing on like build ups and like, you know, just making sure it was like crowd pleasing. But the newest one is more like emotional, I guess I would say. It's more like
More melodic, yeah.
yeah, and the guitar is like, it's doing ambient simple stuff, but then it'll go do like some proggy stuff, and it's all over the place. But I love writing like that. I love like melodic proggy.
Yeah, and like Jeff said, this is our first track that's gonna have singing on it too. So it's
nerve-wracking.
It's different. Yeah, it's different because it's gonna be the first time for the majority of the people listening to us. They're gonna hear us do some singing and stuff. So
yeah.
Okay, so you guys were an instrumental band when you started out.
Oh no, yeah. We were.
It's just we just had like harsh vocals and everything, but like no singing, no cleans or anything.
Yeah, like we have
okay,
like we just do
I see what
primarily screaming now, and then you know, we were like, hey, we can try implementing singing. So we're doing that in this new song, and we're just excited to see what the reaction's gonna be. We're hoping it brings in more people, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, and then so. Yeah, your albums, do you try to tell a story with your albums, or is it more about capturing a certain sound?
Certain sound and like a theme. Like
Okay.
we'll usually, when I write, it's like I start with a theme and then I go from there. Like I try and make stuff either, you know, super relatable, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be about like just what I'm going through. Sometimes I like to tell like stories through like other people's, like what I can gather from their experiences. You know, I've kind of always done that in bands I was in. But yeah, I just enjoy like writing according to like a theme, and then we go from there usually, you know.
Okay, all right. You guys were talking about earlier how, you know, you guys came from Vegas, obviously, and we were talking on the way over here about how rough the weather can be.
Yeah.
And how you guys have just recently, even though we're in January, just dipped into the double digits.
Yeah.
And now you guys are here where it's very cold and we don't really know how to handle the ice. Do you guys have like any just horror stories about traveling as a band so far? Just
like on this trip or just in general, like
in
being
general.
in bands?
I see you both got
I know.
something.
Dude, there's just so many times where like okay, just recently we were trying to get to the venue in Portland yesterday, and we turned into this street, but Apple Maps didn't know that the road was closed, right? So I pull in there and then I just see road closed, but it was like when I was already all the way in the intersection, and there was like nowhere I could pull into and just like swing around, and I hate backing up the trailer. Like it is a fucking nightmare, you know, and it was not fun at all to like
It was a stressful
try and
situation.
maneuver it, because I had to either go left or right with the trailer. I couldn't just like back out straight. So like all the guys were just like, go left, go right, you know, like outside the van, and you're just like, what the
just
fuck
backseat
is
driving?
happening? Yeah, like
Yeah,
like no, like outside, like in the street,
Oh, no.
and people were like honking at us, and like I was just getting pissed. Like we were kind of late for load in, so I was like, come on guys, like I just want to get to the venue, it's right there, you know. And like I'm telling like the promoter, like, dude, I'll be there soon, I'm sorry, like we're just stuck right now. And people were honking at us, and like not like Portland drivers just do not.
Oh yeah, Oregon drivers don't fuck around.
No.
They don't.
I
They
noticed
really
that.
don't.
They're so mean, and like and most of them weren't even like tough looking dudes. It was like, you know,
It's the Pacific Northwest.
yeah, like it was all
Exactly,
kinds
yeah.
of people. Like I was just like, what the fuck is going on? But then, you know, we got it done after like 25-30 minutes, but it was like,
Yeah, it took way longer than it
nightmare.
needed
Yeah.
to.
You'll notice that when you go up to Oregon, like those guys are booking it, man. Like,
Dude, for no reason.
yeah, I remember I was going from California to Washington, and that brief time going through Oregon, like I'm going like a good 15 over the speed limit. They're just flying by.
Good God.
Like Oregon Drive, like next time you guys come through Oregon, man, get ready. Like they do not.
God,
I don't know
dude.
what they're in a hurry for.
Yeah.
But
It's like, dude, this same bar is like copy and pasted through this whole city. Like, don't worry, it'll be okay.
That'll be fine. That's fine.
So you guys, it's awesome to see, you guys progressing. You guys are adding vocals, adding new sounds. You guys are touring pretty often, from what it sounds like. Where are you guys going next? Like, where do you guys want to go from here?
I mean, we're really like, pushing to like be, we want to be like a band that, every band wants to be a band that is like a
self-sufficient, like
self-sufficient, but also you want to be a staple in your niche. You want to be remembered. You want to like, you want to do it big, you know what I mean? But we're also realistic, and we're, we realize like not everyone gets that opportunity, like not everyone gets recognized in that huge way that every band wants, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we just take everything step by step, like, oh, what can we do to elevate this the next time we do it? Like, so far this tour, like, I figured out everything I did wrong when I booked the last tour, changed it up, and these last two shows, like, dude, it's been like double the people. There's been like way more merch sales. There's been like just more of a crowd reaction in general, like in Portland last time we played to 4 fucking people, and last night we played to like 50, and they were like getting down.
That's really cool because like being self-sufficient too, we're also not only just as a band, but like he'd mentioned, Carl records the music, edits it, mixes and masters. Dustin, our bassist, he filmed our music video.
This is all done in-house.
So it's just we're becoming a band also, just like, like we could just learn this ourselves as well, kind of just do it for ourselves, and at the same time like work on tours, work on just our presence and everything, and just taking that a step at a time, so I feel like that's like the best thing for us, really.
So how is your guys' experience on this tour different from the last one? Because it sounds like your last one had a few speed bumps.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It was like the last one was the first time I had ever played in like, I've played in Seattle before. Like, we played in Studio 7 way back in the day, like when we were like 18 or something like that.
Yeah.
And that venue, I don't know if that venue's here anymore or not, but I ended up seeing that majority of the bands out here that are like our genre play at El Corazon. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna hit them up, whatever. And the first time we played here, we ended up being like surprised, and they were like, oh, you guys are actually opening for this show. And I was like, oh, okay, because like I didn't really do what I did this time, which is like find the local bands and like kind of like establish like, hey, I'm booking the show. You don't have to find any like bands, like it makes it easier when you book it and do everything pretty much yourself, like find the local bands and stuff, because then you have more control and a say on what you do. If you just ask them, hey, can I play this day, like we did last time?
Yeah.
We showed up after driving, like I had never done the drive from Vegas to Seattle.
Oh, no.
And dude, it was like the longest trudge through like it was awful, dude. We took the way up through Idaho.
Yeah.
What time of year was this?
Oh, dude, it was March.
Yeah.
March,
Okay,
yeah.
So not the worst time.
Not the worst time, but
it was
like,
just long, bro.
Yeah.
As someone that's done the drive from Reno to Seattle, I can't imagine from even Vegas to Reno is just like
it's boring as shit.
Yeah, because when I lived in Reno, people were like, "Oh, you go to Vegas like every weekend?" I'm like,
no, dude, what the fuck, you psychopath?
Like, you think it's like right next door? It's just no,
it's a whole different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
might
exactly.
as well be in like Northern California.
No, exactly, dude. But this time around, I just really focused on detail. I wasn't just like, hey, can I play?
Yeah.
I was like, let's do it all. Let's get the bands. Let's get bands that are exactly our genre. Because last time we played here, it was with bands that were like the complete flip opposite of us. They were like a pop punk emo bands, a few jazz alternative acts. Like it was like all over the place, and we were like so tired when we got here because we literally, the moment we left, we knew that we had to we just had to drive straight here. There were no breaks, and I fucked up.
A 20-hour drive?
Yeah, roughly.
And it was rough. My friend Parker was with us, and literally we're just switching on and off, like playing like music we could sing along to the whole time to keep us up. And then we get here, and they're like, "Oh yeah!" Like as soon as we got here, they were like, "You're opening. Get on stage now." And I'm like, dude, I just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I just
Yeah.
want to chill, bro. I want to like just take a minute, you know, maybe smoke or something. Like, they're like, no, like, get on now. I'm like, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, so I think that's a big one for this tour too. Is just as as a business and as professionals, we've learned a lot from the last tour.
We learn
for
our
sure,
lessons.
so,
We're
yeah.
not just like, fuck it, bro. What we did last time. It's like, how can we do it better?
better, yeah,
you know?
and the right way. So-
Yeah, the smart way, and be less, surprised. Like, I haven't been surprised yet, like with anything that's like, oh, this is gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
It's been a great experience with these shows so far.
Yeah.
They've been so much fun, honestly.
Yeah, you guys definitely picked the right venue. El Corazon is definitely, at least in my circles, and I follow like the metal and punk scene here.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
any band, like I get invites to go to El Corazon almost every weekend. Like,
Dude, it's a great.
It's a
venue.
great venue.
Like I said, we didn't even play with bands of our genre last time.
And that was,
dude,
and that's the thing is that was awesome. It was a variety show, but like the people that were there that were from different genres, like they were really digging us. Like we had the chance to like just
expand.
expand
Yeah.
and like talk to everyone, and like the scene here is awesome. Just being able
Oh,
to
yeah.
connect with those people and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing like we're trying to do here is because like when you think of the Seattle music scene, what do you guys think of just off the hip?
like before we even came here and played, basically. Is what
Yeah,
you're
just
saying?
like if someone like if you guys were back home in Vegas and someone said like, hey, like there's some music from Seattle, what genre would you just automatically assume it
Grunge.
is? Yeah. And it's been almost 30 years.
Yeah.
And, like sure we got like maybe Sir Mix-a-Lot and maybe Macklemore.
yeah.
So it's kind of like I feel like Seattle's just kind of not really embraced a new identity over
Yeah.
the last like
Mhm.
2 to 3 decades.
Yeah.
And like there is a kind of like niche rap scene here, like I almost said Toronto, Tacoma, and it's just like it's not really catching because like you got L.A., you got New
Yeah.
York, you got Atlanta,
Right.
so there's nothing really. I feel like there's so much music here, and there's so many bands here, and people like
Mhm.
coming up here, and we have such a good scene. There's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really supportive too, and like
yeah,
literally like all the bands playing tonight, like Kaizo, Pine Box, Pastel Faces, Blame You, like all these guys have been promoting the show like the best. Like I
Yeah.
am so grateful for like how like all of them have handled like promotion and just being excited and getting their friends excited, because then when you show up, it's like you're like wow, like I know this show's gonna be good. You know what I mean? Because these guys have been like on their shit, and I love the scene up here. I love the people up here. Like we haven't yet to have a sour time up here, and I really hope it like continues to be that way.
I'm
Yeah,
glad we were able to be
100%.
good ambassadors for you guys.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I was looking through the calendar, I circled this date because I looked all of you guys up, Kaizo.
Oh,
Stuff
cool.
Faces, you guys, and that's before I reached out, and I was just like, okay, like all these bands, I really like their sound.
Mhm.
So as soon as I listened, that's when I messaged you guys first. Was just like, okay, I need to talk
Dude,
to these
yeah.
guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, again, thank you again for having us here, man.
Of course,
Honestly,
thanks for coming. It's
course.
been like, a really good experience, and like, as soon as I followed you guys on Instagram, like you guys have really like cool following too. Like I was being followed by people who are like always posting about you guys. Like you guys have like a really dedicated like kind of following,
Yeah.
backing you guys.
Yeah, I think that's I mean that we're grateful for that. It's always really nice for us to come across people that have heard of us and are just super supportive of like everyone else. Also, I'm just like that's all we want is just like
It's
that kind
nothing but love, honestly.
exactly,
dude.
like nothing but
we
love kind of thing.
realized like a long time ago, like you can't be like super closed off and introverted when you're gonna be in a band and be successful. Like you have to talk and network and like be a part of that community. You know what I mean? And like that's what we focus on primarily. Like yes, it's about the music and all that stuff, but we also like growing up, this community was like something that I needed. I loved it so much. It was like, there for me at very hard moments in my life, and I just feel like, I wanted to spread that being in a band, like that kind of feeling I used to get, and that's like what we've been getting this whole tour is like nothing but love, and like I'm very grateful for it.
Excellent. Is there any like milestones that you guys like set out for before you really started Memoir as a project that you've already hit or like close to hitting or looking to hit here soon?
I mean, going on tour was one of them, but like, we're just taking it as we go, man, because like if you have these like super high expectations of yourself, like obviously we want to make it, whatever that term means, but we're here for the ride so far, like we'll go on tour and stuff if it makes sense. Like, we're all like 26 plus, older. So like we have to also remember like, we have families and lives and, he's married, so like he can't just like leave whenever. Like we have to be conscious of all those things. But if it did get to a point where like we were able to tour full time, we would do it if it made sense. You know what I mean? Like we would do, like I would be more than happy to do music full time. It's just, you know, we're being smart about it. So all the milestones, like, you know, so far it was just, hey, let's put out sick music and, you know, like just go on tour with each other, and we've done it. So like, you know, we're happy right now, but we want it to be more. You know, that's, but we realize it's a step-by-step thing. It's not just like you wake up and you're huge. You got to like be a part of the community, you know.
Gotcha. And then just any like personal milestones that, like when you first set out to do this, like I really want to do this, or like if we saw, if you were to look back on yourself when you started touring when you were 18, like what would you be most excited that you saw yourself doing? Like, man, I can't believe in 8 years when I'm 26, I'm doing this.
Yeah, dude. Definitely, you know, just like the crowd reaction.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, like we started it off just to make music, and we were kind of just like, dude, like we like it. If people like it, like that's awesome. We're coming across people that have heard of us, that know us, and we're grateful for that. And now this, you know, we're on tour and kind of still doing what we love. So I mean, honestly, it's been awesome, really. You know,
yeah, we're easy to please. Honestly,
yeah, we're really easy
like
to
like
please.
dude, for real. Like it's even crazy to me that like we even get to do stuff like this where people give a shit, you know, about what we have, like our experiences are and what we have to say, because like, you know, like I said, man, we realize like we are, like we're not the biggest band, you know, but we hope to be one day. We hope to be one of the remembered ones, you know, in the genre. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Is there any like big like world touring bands that like, if you could pick like your dream, like
oh god,
to call you and
we
go,
talk
hey,
about
can you
this
open-
all the time.
Yeah, for me,
who do you want to open for more than
for
anyone else?
me, that's easy. I'd say Alpha Wolf for sure.
Oh
for
yeah,
me.
Alpha Wolf. I'd want to play with Knocked Loose just because like everyone always says I sound like him, but like
we get
I'm like, dude, that
to
guy
him.
is way too intense and like crazy. Like I do not even come close to his greatness. But
That's probably like the #1 comment we get to is just like, these guys sound
literally,
like
you can look
Knocked
under this
Loose.
YouTube video
You'll
and it'll
find Knocked
say,
Loose
yeah,
comments
it's just
on here.
nothing but Knocked Loose comments.
Oh, let's see if we can find something. Any particular song?
Oh, it's this one, yeah, the one that I pulled up.
Oh yeah, I
Vecna.
mean, it's just like if you look in this Vecna music video right here, like you'll see people commenting like,
Okay, let's see what we can
the guy
find.
sounds like the guy from Knocked Loose, or yeah. So like if you go down a little bit, where is it?
Does that say a Christmas banger?
Yeah. Yeah. You'll see it like just
Of course, it's buried when we're like looking with
right there. Yeah,
else,
Knock Loose vibes. Again, right below that too, it's just like, dude, sounds like Brian.
Brian Garris, yeah, like even on Twitter, like people see it and be like, "Oh, he sounds like Brian." I'm like, I can see it, but like, dude, that dude is like way crazier than I
intense.
am.
He's intense.
Do you like kind of want to get to that his style of singing, or do you want to kind of just? It wasn't like an intentional thing.
It wasn't intentional at all. It just
No.
happened to, you know,
Yeah.
Jeff sounds that way, but it wasn't like I'm gonna sound like this guy.
Yeah.
No.
I used to
that never-
practice to like Under Oath. Like that was always like my, you know, go-to when I was practicing when I was like 15, you know, and then like Devil Wears Prada and like the higher register screams were just like what I was good at, you know, and I could do naturally. I didn't want to force myself to do anything because all the screaming tutorials tell you that. They're like, oh, you know, do something that feels natural and good. So I was like, oh, these all feel natural and good. You know, it's not like the most popular way to do it, but you know, I've been trying to nail down my own kind of style, you know, so it's cool when you get compared to bigger people though, because you're like, oh, well, I'm starting to get that like,
Yeah, you're on the right track.
yeah, you know,
And plus, like when he's influencing you, it's kind of like that's your comfort zone. Like that's what you know.
yeah, exactly.
So when you start doing it, it's like, well, this is what I know. This is what I like. So just naturally, you're going to start to like kind of drift towards that.
I can pick up on it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, cool. And like, so are you this album? This is part of a new album. You guys want to talk about that at all?
We don't really have like an album. Like we've just been rolling out singles
Yeah.
because we've just been trying to push each single, because you know it's really hard nowadays to like put out an album and then have every song off that album pop off in one day, like in the same release day.
Okay.
Just because everyone's attention span is super quick now, right? Like
Yeah.
TikTok, it's like you have 3 seconds to impress. If you have 0.5 seconds to impress somebody.
Yeah, and like he's mentioning, it's just like, you know, album. I mean, you don't really see a lot of bands do albums as much, like with people's attention spans. And it's, if we were maybe a bigger band,
Yeah.
sure, like it would,
And we would
it
love
be
that.
cool. Yeah, we would
We
love
would love
that. It's
that.
just that I feel like, people just right after the other in regards
And
to
we
music,
want every
so.
song to burn off like super slow. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like we want people to be like, oh, they just put out a new single. Oh, they just put out a new single versus like, work really hard for 6 months, record an EP, and then,
It's-
that
it-
EP was cool. And then like you're
It-
done
'Cause
for the whole year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really easy to just drift off into like people like forgetting about you. Because,
That's what happened
like,
with our first EP. We were like, oh yeah, dude, like this is people are gonna be fucking on this shit. We got fucking 7 songs, like, and then literally within like 3 months, people were like
we're like, what's the new stuff coming out? Just
Yeah.
like, yeah. So we kind of learned from that too.
yeah.
So you guys are just kind of like working like single by single right now.
Oh yeah.
Ish, yeah. If
And
anything,
we might do a
EP.
thing where like what we're gonna do, like put all the singles that we have released so far, and then like 2
Maybe-
more songs, and just so they're all in one place instead of
Yeah.
like you having to find them, separately.
Yeah, and then might do an EP or something, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, we just want to make sure that like we kind of satisfy everyone with like the new music and everything, and kind of just don't keep it to ourselves. So
Yeah,
we
not
just
sit
want
on it.
people to know like, hey, we're like still here and we're still we're still doing stuff, So yeah.
And you guys have been touring since you were 18.
Yeah, like it's been on and off. Like it's
Yeah.
not like we've been, it's just like we went when we were we used to be in this band called Azalea together. Like most of the members from that band are in this band now, and like that was the first band I ever went on tour with, and
Same.
it was even more chaotic back then because we didn't know anything.
Yeah,
We
your
just
first go around.
First go around, yeah, and then like Airbnbs and stuff weren't a thing, so we were sleeping in the van in Walmart parking lots, and
cops like constantly like because we're in just like my family's old purple van with the ladder on the back, and like they're just like, what are you guys doing here? Like we're super young, they think we're like running away from home, and like
yeah.
our friend Destiny was with us, and she was like 17 or something, and we were 18, but like she was still not like, so they were just
Yeah,
like,
so,
they're like,
yeah.
what
Good
is she
optics.
doing here?
Yeah,
And I'm
exactly,
like,
yeah.
well, it's okay. Her mom wrote her a letter.
Here's a note from
Yeah,
the mom.
you know what I mean? Like they know you can call her right now, bro. Like it's all good.
Yeah, so we've done the touring thing before, and it's kind of just it's nice that we're still here doing that and everything.
Yeah, we
else,
love
yeah.
it, dude. Unfortunately,
I know.
we love torturing ourselves.
You guys really had like the classic like start, starting from a family's van.
Mhm.
Yeah.
just
No,
going
yeah.
out.
And we didn't even have a trailer in that first van. We
Yeah.
slept on top of our gear, dude.
Yeah, so we had
Oh, God.
the van. We had the physical copies.
Dude, we
of
went
our
up the
CDs
I-5
and-
in that piece of shit van, and we were going 5 miles an hour. And like like the car immediately broke down like as soon as we got home. Like literally we made
God.
it home, and then my mom went to drive in. She was like, the van's fucking
Oh,
broken.
and it happened here too in Seattle. We were driving up, and it ran out of gas.
Yeah, we were at
and-
Pike's Place,
Yeah,
and like we were going up this
Oh.
steep ass hill,
yeah.
and all the gas was like, yep, like we couldn't get in there. So then
Yeah.
it just turned off. We're in the middle of an intersection, everyone's honking at us, and then I was just like, fuck it, you know what I mean? And like otherwise we would have to push it.
We had
So
to push it, yeah.
I
So-
cranked the fucking keys, and I was just like, please God. And then like it fucking turned on, thank God, and it was enough to just
get us to that.
I like
gas
hit the
station.
gas, and it like took us up there, and then like it just coasted into the gas station. I was like, oh my God, like I'm never being cheap with gas again before we hit the city. Another lesson learned, right?
Mhm, yeah, another one. That's another good one. Yeah.
And that was like just now, like on your guys'
Dude,
way
no,
in?
that was like when we were 18
Yeah,
in
when we
that
were
purple
18.
Oh, the
van.
purple van,
Yeah, I
okay.
was like, good God.
I was gonna say, man, you guys really were. That was like today. I was just like, man, you guys have really been on one.
Oh
No,
no, we definitely
no,
learned our
no.
lesson from
Yeah.
that one too.
God, if that happened with like now, like I'm too old for that shit now to like deal with that. Like I would have had an anxiety attack if it was happening now.
The amount of times that happens, I've gone to a few shows where that's been the case, where like one band just like, the van broke down, we can't make it.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
dude, yeah. I mean, yeah. it
That's why
happens,
we always like make sure our van is
Yeah.
like before we go on tour, it's like we need this, and this, and like this needs to be like new. Like we don't own our van. We just rent it for now because like, why am I gonna buy a van if I'm only gonna use it like, last year we went on tour one time. I'm like this year we're hoping to go on more, but like until we have that moment where it makes sense to buy one and we can like pay it off with whatever we make on tour, then we'll get one.
Then we'll go,
But
yeah.
so far we're
Gotcha.
just renting.
Okay, so like, I was gonna completely lost my train of thought.
Oh, it's all good. I'm
Apologize.
sorry, man.
No, it's good. It's good. Like I had one lined up and I lost it. Yeah, because I remember I went to go see Spanish Love Songs in California
Okay.
Okay.
not too long ago, and I remember like that was their thing. It's like, hey, only the singer made it. He's like, hey, the rest of the band is with the van, like 3 hours north. Sorry guys. I'm like, man, how could that happen? Like that's such bad luck. Like the day you guys are going to tour, and then he put up a picture of the van on the actual venue, and I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I can only. I've heard way worse shit from people.
Yeah,
Like,
a lot of horror stories. in
and I'm like,
regards to-
we drive so careful, dude. Like
I
when
can
we were
imagine.
coming down like the mountains on our way to Portland, it was like we were so like literally all the guys are like, dude, we do not care how long it takes, just take your time. And I'm like,
Mhm.
bet, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna take my
That's a
time.
fatigue, dude. Like doing road trips and stuff. Like once you get like to the back half, you just don't get that. Like I just gotta get there. Just not because you're in a rush. Just like I just gotta get out of this car.
Oh,
I
dude,
gotta get out of this
yeah.
van.
Mhm.
God, dude, like literally, like every time you stop at a gas station, it's like, fucking
Stretch.
thank God.
Yeah,
But
like,
then
get
you
out, stretch.
turn on the navigation again, you're like, fuck, dude, we're still like, we
10
still have
hours
so
away.
much time. But like, we know now not to think about it too much.
Yeah,
You
mhm.
know.
You guys have like a rotation system, or
Well, right now it's usually just me or this guy.
Yeah.
gotcha?
You know, all the other guys they do know how to drive, but it's like they're
It's the-
also
yeah.
like, you know,
Their name is
questionable sometimes because I've driven with all of them in a car and like I know how they are with a normal car and I'm like,
Mhm.
this is a rental in my name and like, you know what I mean? Like Angelo's just, you know, he's always been good at driving since we
Mhm.
were kids, you
Yeah,
know,
so-
so
He was
yeah.
on purple van duty.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh,
God.
Is that
man.
you?
I did do some purple.
Dude,
band
he did
duties.
the craziest drive one time. He
I
did
did.
fucking, what was it, dude?
10
Seattle?
Yeah,
we
it was
from
a 10-hour thing.
from the venue we played here at the time, and then he drove like
Down to
10 hours
California.
straight just listening to Super Smash Brothers, like the theme songs. I'm like, what the fuck? I like woke
They're
up.
all
I'm like,
knocked
what's
out.
going
Like
on?
we're at a gas station. Like, and they're like, "How long did you drive?" I'm like, "It's like 10 hours."
She's like, you better not be on my Spotify with that.
Dude, I
Ruined
closed my
ride.
eyes, and then we were just from Seattle to fucking Reading, and I was like, dude, switch with me. Like, you should have woke me up. And he's like, no, it's fine, man. You drove a lot the night before. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, like, are you okay? Like, how did he even stop for gas and got gas or something? And like, we didn't even wake up then. I was like, what
Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna wake them up. They're all sleeping.
the fuck?
I'm cool.
Good man.
That seems to be like the one downside of this area. Is like it's such a cool place to be, but it's just so out of the way. Are you guys ever apprehensive about booking the Pacific Northwest? Because it's just
Oh,
such
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, but I mean, like we mentioned before, we've gotten so much love here, you
Yeah.
know, and it's just like it's always like a spot we'd wanna
It's worth it.
come back to, you know, and we just kind of want to just come here, show love back, and just it means a lot to us that people
And plus, it's
out here
beautiful.
still
out
are like
here.
giving us love, you know.
super beautiful out here.
Yeah.
nice. So, is there any other like because you guys are in the middle of a tour right now? You guys are actually playing tonight
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
El Corazon
Mm-hmm.
at what 9 o'clock? So in less than 3 hours, you guys are going to take the
Yes.
stage in
Yes.
Seattle.
Yes, sir.
Where are you guys going after this? Like, what other shows do you guys have booked? Like, you guys want to plug any? Extra?
Oh, dude, we have a day off tomorrow. The next 2 days
Yeah,
off,
thank
thank
God,
God,
yeah.
because like I just need to chill. Like we played 3 shows in a row, and like I said, we don't tour a lot, so it's like when we do have those days where we play 3 days back to back to back after like not playing
Mhm.
that kind of like way for so long, it's always like, oh God, like I can't wait to just not have to worry about load in, not have to worry about
Right.
being somewhere. I just want to go to downtown Vancouver and fucking
have time to
you know,
ourselves, just
yeah.
enjoy, just take everything in.
get some seafood.
Is that
you
where you guys
know.
are going next? Is Vancouver?
Yeah, that's where our Airbnb is. After we played Portland, we went back to our Airbnb, and we're probably gonna go back there tonight or stay with
Yeah.
like one of my friends.
and then
Washington or Canada?
yeah,
what was that?
Washington or Canada?
Oh, Washington.
Washington.
okay.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, from here, the next show is in
Sac,
Sacramento, yeah,
Okay.
Sacramento, and then down to
Cupertino.
Cupertino, and then we're ending it off in Vegas. Yeah, so yeah,
Okay.
Back home.
So like a
back
homecoming.
home. Yeah, mhm.
Yeah.
Sacramento's like sneakily a really nice city.
Yeah. I went last time I went up there was for my friend Jordan's birthday, and he took me to Old Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, it was so sick. Like I was like, you know, it was like kind of like a country, old school country vibe, you know, like cowboys and shit.
Yeah.
It's like a hidden
Cobblestone.
gem kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, it was cool, man. Like I love Northern California. Like I lived in the Bay Area for a little bit in high school, and like I still, you know, go up there to see my parents and stuff, and like it's a really beautiful city, and like I just love like all my friends there. Like I still am friends with people from high school. You know, out there, it's a great city, honestly.
You guys ever gonna go? Sorry. Are you guys gonna ever go back to the East Coast? Like, I know you're from Jersey, Angelo.
Yeah.
Do you ever get the itch to, like, maybe push them, like, hey,
Most
hit up some of the
definitely,
East Coast?
yeah. No, we've talked about it and everything, and down the line, if it works out, that would be phenomenal. You know, we've talked about like Chicago, like New York, and then making our way to Jersey and all that. So we have talked about that before. It's just making sure things line up the way that they do, and yeah, I mean that'd be super sick if I get to play in Jersey.
Dude, I would love to play in Chicago.
Yeah.
Like that was one of my goals when I was like a teenager, was like, I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna fucking play a show. But like, you know, the longer we wait, it's better, you know what I mean, than like just jumping and doing it, because I really want to also just like build us up more as a band before we trudge that far off, you know what I mean? Like it would just be like awful to go out there without a plan and just like, you know, fumble every show, and it's like, damn, we flew out all of our gear for what? You know what I mean? So it's like, we want to do it this year, and I'm hoping I can make it happen. It just all depends on like the reception of these songs and how wide, you know, of a net we cast, so that way we can get everyone, you know, like, oh hey, like I'm from New York, and like we have like a decent amount of listeners from New York, so like that would be really cool. It just all depends on if it lines up with our lives. Like we really want to make it happen, but also like I said, you know, if we left and did a 2-week tour, it's like I have to, that has to make sense in my life, you know. So I would love to do that though.
Yeah, that'd be super sick.
God damn, that'd be so cool.
And
yeah.
Like a dream venue. You have a venue in mind?
I mean, the venues out there, like maybe like Beat Kitchen, I think is what it's called in Chicago. But just to play anywhere out there would be cool. We know like last time we were out here, we made a connection with this band called Arcadia Gray, and they're from that area, you know, and they were like, oh, if you guys ever need a show, like let us know, you know, like we'll play it and like book it and all this stuff. And like they're completely different genre from us, but I love playing mixed bills, you know. So it'd be really, really cool to play Beat Kitchen or just anywhere out there in general. We're grateful to play anywhere, honestly.
So, yeah, same for me. There isn't necessarily one that sticks out to mind. It's just more of having that chance.
Madison Square Garden. I know it's Jersey
Oh
area.
God.
Well,
that's the goal, right?
I don't know, what's the big music place in Chicago? Is that like
probably like
Rosemont?
Like yes, and then maybe like House of Blues in downtown. Like just because there were so many shows when I was living there, like 4 or 5 years ago. Like most of the shows in our genre were like at the House of Blues downtown. So that'd be really cool. But I also like playing the smaller venues, like because they just have so much like character to it, and like the people that see you play there.
There's more of like an intimate setting, you know. Like it just feels like you're like really connecting with the crowd, and they're like really getting to know you as a band. And I love shows like that too, man.
And they
like,
respect you a lot more because you don't need this big fancy stage to like do a good job. Like some bands are like, oh, I'm not playing there, and it's like, dude, we've literally played in someone's garage before. We played in someone's room in Azalea.
Yeah, in someone's room,
Dude,
someone's apartment.
This kid, we like literally pulled up to this house in Henderson, like East Las Vegas, and he's like, oh yeah. I was like, where's the stage at? Because we knew it was a house show, but we didn't know it was in his bedroom. He took all of his shit out of his bedroom, and we like loaded up all our gear in there, and I was like, oh man, what is this gonna be like?
You're playing like right here, like right here.
This is where my bed was this morning. And then we've set up, and dude, it was one of the like sickest shows I've ever played. And I get to say that, like, oh my god, I played to like 50 kids in this huddled bedroom, and people got down. Like the smaller it is, it's like no one can be shy because if everyone is moving, you're like, fuck it, you know what I mean? I'm gonna dance around too.
Everyone was in the room with you, or they
no, dude.
Yeah, so we had.
They were like,
that close, and we had people like veering out from like the hallway. They're like just jamming out.
People were jumping on our shit. You know what I mean? Like rocking out with us. Like that was one of the coolest shows. I would do it again.
Hands down, one of the coolest shows. Yeah, for sure.
I would love to see the pictures that were taken.
Oh yeah, we still have them and everything too. And we look back on it, and it's just so much fun that day, man.
So much pandemonium. Was this like a house party? Like his parents were out of town, or?
No, his parents were there. We got to meet his parents, and they were just that cool with it. Because like I think it was like also his birthday or something.
Yeah.
But his parents, like, they just loved that the community loved him, and so they were like, yeah, you can have a show here. And then like you know, we just showed up,
it
played in
worked
someone's
out.
bedroom.
Yeah, it worked out.
It was cool shit.
You're just like, oh, so you're gonna have them play like in the backyard, something like that. Somewhere it'll be in the house area. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah, so cool. Yeah.
So that's been. Would you say that's like the favorite place you've ever? That's been your most favorite place you've ever played, or like what's been like a venue you went to and you're just like, wow, this place is just so cool. I can't wait to come back.
Oh, definitely. Okay, El Corazon's one of them for sure. Like Funhouse and El Corazon, just because like the sound was so good last time. Like, just not even like talking about just the people. Like, the sound guy and like the sound at that venue was so sick when we first played here. I was like, God damn, what the sound guy knows how to like mix the shit out of our like samples. You know, like you always love when the sound guy's good. You know,
I even for us, like for Memoire, Dead Ringer Analog Bar.
Oh, dude, yeah, in Reno, there's this Dead Ringer. You know, it's an amazing bar, amazing promoter, Travis Rose. He always hooks it up for me. He's always so transparent and honest, and like just honestly, every venue like that we've played this tour, we played last tour. You know, and like. I would definitely say the Funhouse though is like the main one that I was like super excited for because it popped off for no reason. Like we had no business being on that bill last time, and the scene supported us, and I was like, dude, this is why I love doing this.
Yeah, that was the variety show and everything. We didn't think that they were gonna like really like us. You know, we're like a hardcore.
We thought they were gonna laugh if anything.
And then like we started playing and people started getting down. I remember,
and like we were just on stage like, okay, let's do this, and then like people were just like getting into it, you know.
I remember we all just like looked at each other on stage. We're just like, we're getting the fuck down.
Yeah,
like, all right.
That's like one of the upsides about like kind of the standoffishness of the people here is just like if you just come at them with like who you are, they're really like
exactly
like, oh, all right, cool.
Just
like,
be confident and be like yourself, you know, and like that's what we've learned.
That's a huge thing for us. Yeah, like, just be yourself. Like, you know, we've come across like too many hotheads.
Yeah, just like people that get on stage and they're like, we have to be angry and like tell people to get violent and all this shit. And it's like, yes, like at hardcore shows and stuff, like if that is who you are and what you want to put out, that's fine. But like, you know, that's not me. Like I don't get on stage and go, I want you to all fucking kill each other. Like I'm very like it has to be whatever the vibe of the crowd is. So like usually I'll go up there and just like if I'm genuinely surprised, you'll know. Yeah. If like I want to see you move, I'll be like, yo, I want to see some movement. You know, like I'm like energetic, but I'm not like trying to command people. You know what I mean? Like I'm not G.I. Joeing people. Like because like I know like especially when you look at us as people, we don't even look like we're in a band.
We don't look like we're in a band.
Like really. when you look at all of us lined up together, you're just like, what the fuck? Like what are these fucking nerds doing?
No, honestly, yeah, we really don't look like we're a band. Honestly.
All the best bands are nerds. They're all nerds.
Yeah, right?
Yes, sir.
You guys ever see that like meme of like Tobey Maguire when he's Spider-Man?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
If the bassist looks like this, you know that mosh is gonna go hard.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
he's got the glasses on before he gets bit.
Right. Oh my god.
Yeah, or like the rolled up like old school Vans with the fucking rolled up skinny jeans, like that.
Gosh.
All right. I mean, if there's any like kind of like plugs or if anything you guys want to shout out, now's your time.
Dude, I just want to shout out. You know, Everglade is one of the bands we're on tour with, and like they have, you know, they made our experience in Reno last time like so welcoming, and like it really made us realize like, oh dude, there are still bands out here that like give a shit, you know what I mean, like about making this a community. You know, so I really want to shout out Johnny, Ben, Patty, and Ethan.
Yeah, it's just
like all those guys, like please
family,
support
bro,
them because they are amazing people, and like I can't wait to meet more people like that. Because when we, like I said, when we played Funhouse and when we played Mono Occulta in Portland, you know, it was cool, but like there was, you know, like in Mono Occulta there was a cool band that played with us, but like when we played Dead Ringer Reno with those four guys, it was like they really made me believe like, dude, there's still community here. I just have to find it. I have to like be social, and I have to like be more on top of my networking.
Yeah, 100%. Like we can say that those guys are family. No doubt.
100%.
Yeah, family.
I love those guys. Yeah. And then obviously Travis Rose from Dead Ringer in Reno. He's dope.
He will take care of you.
He will take.
Yeah, he will take care of you for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, honestly, just
Anybody want to shout out, bro? Like, I'm trying to think of people, but like those were the first that came to mind.
I know,
You know what I
right?
mean?
besides our crew too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know? And
Yeah, dude. Our crew
again,
has been amazing this time.
Yeah, they've been great. And then also thank you to you. Thank you again for having.
Dude, thanks for having us,
Jeff
man.
and I,
Of
you
course,
know,
anytime,
start
anytime.
off
Like,
and
Thanks
everything.
for coming out.
Of
Yeah.
course, yeah, you know, it really means a lot to us, and just being able to have this chance to just talk about all this and kind of just have a good time, dude. Thank you. Yeah, seriously, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, we love talking music. Thank you.
Excellent. And so yeah, this is Memoire. Not exactly a local band, but we love them. We appreciate them. We accept them anyways, and we hope to see you guys up here soon. I'll be
Hell
sure.
yeah, dude. We will be back.
Yeah, we'll be
We will
back for
be
sure.
back.
Excellent, and I hope to see you guys again soon.
Hell yeah, dude.
Awesome.
All right. So we're gonna play you guys out, and all the links to their newest single, their Spotify, their social medias will be down in the
Description.
description.
I was like, wait, hold on.
It's been a long day. I had a boxing match
Dude,
earlier.
we
and
feel you.
My head is just fucking static. But yeah, this has been great. This has been Memoire again. They're gonna be playing later tonight at the El Corazon. That's like Funhouse El Corazon. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah. Thank you guys again for joining us. This is Moving the Needle, and thank you again.